Can we sing it?
Sure.
I think you have to, before it's over, you have to sing at least some of it.
Oh, get ready, everybody. Here we go. Welcome to the fun. It's the Big Mouse Show. Step right up. Let me tell you what's the scoop. Jamie, Carter, Sam. Welcome to our crew. Magic in the air. Gonna raise the sound. Mensa active games where the smiles abound. Disney dreams alive. Oh, we're on a quest. With our family vibes, we're truly blessed. From the rankings to the laughs, it's the ultimate ride. In the Big Mouse House, let's enjoy the vibe. In the Big Mouse House.
Welcome back to the Big Mouse House, where Disney is fun, but family is the real magic. Today's episode is special. I'm joined by my co-host, Mrs. Mouse. How you doing tonight, Mrs. Mouse?
I am glorious tonight, Mr. Mouse. How are you?
You're looking glorious as always.
Thank you.
We're joined tonight by someone that Mrs. Mouse and I have known for a very long time, TikTok influencer Natalie of Natalie and Neverland. Natalie, her husband Justin, and their teenagers, Layton and Emerson, made a huge move from Louisiana all the way to Orlando. They were already big Disney fans, but now they're annual pass holders. They can go whenever they want. Tuesday night fireworks? Sure. Random epic snack run? Why not? But here's what we really want to explore today. What changes when Disney isn't a once-a-year vacation, but becomes part of your weekly rhythm? Has it made their family closer? Has it changed the magic? What surprised them? What's harder than people think? And most importantly, what does it mean for our family to bond around something that they love? Let's dive in. Welcome to the Big Mouse House.
And now, our feature presentation.
Just some general introductions. This is Natalie's first appearance on the Big Mouse House, but I hope not the last. Natalie, tell us just a little bit about yourself and what led you guys to move from Louisiana to Orlando and what that looks like. And before we get into all the fun, tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm Natalie. My husband and I just moved to Orlando in our mid-30s, midlife crisis or not, I don't know, with our teenagers. He is actually in school to be a mechanic for Harley Davidson, and it's a year-long program. And we're about 8 months through, which means I only have 4 months left of Disney, okay?
So after this 4-month period is over with, you guys plan to move away from Orlando?
We are moving away.
No way! I can't believe this!
Tell us a little bit about your kids. You have a son and a daughter. What are their ages?
Layton is going to be 16 in May.
Good
Wow.
And
night.
Emerson just turned 13.
That's incredible.
We're old.
It makes me feel really, really
so
old.
old.
That's awesome.
I know, and I'm like, they both celebrated big birthdays away from their families too, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, Emerson just turned 13 this past weekend, right?
Yeah, and her family sang happy birthday to her over FaceTime. So
That's
like,
awesome.
at least there's that.
She'll always remember her 13th birthday, though.
I'm guessing she spent the birthday in Disney World as well, in the
Oh,
parks?
absolutely. She had her first character meal.
Oh, okay.
So
What was that?
was fun. We went to Garden Grill. She loves Chippendale,
Okay.
so that was like a must.
One of the more recent trips that Chrissy and I went on was to the Garden Grill, and that was like maybe our first time there
It's our very
too.
first time, yeah.
And it was on our travel day, so it was a welcome meal, and we had a good time there, which we love living with the land. You know, listening to the pod, that's a big favorite of the Big Mouse. Glad y'all got to experience that.
I may have Googled quickly where else I can get that steak ranchero.
Oh, yeah. I do remember
I was
that.
like, where else on property is that?
I forgot about it until you said that.
Well, do tell. Where else? Nowhere?
There's nowhere.
Ugh.
Nowhere.
Duly noted.
In my belly.
All right, now we're going to start with a little then versus now. We're going to talk about how you guys kind of view Disney before the move and now how you view it, being the fact that you're there now in Orlando. I'm going to give you a couple of prompts, and you can just answer these as quickly as you can and go into detail as much or as little as you want to. So first of all, how about the planning stress? Are you a planner or are you kind of a laid back, go with the flow kind of person?
I will say before we moved, I was more of a planner, and now we kind of just go with the flow. I feel like before we moved, we had to plan everything because you only had maybe 7 days. So I
Mhm.
wanted to fit everything in 7 days. Where now that we live here, I can do something I want in one weekend, and then the next weekend I can do another goal. Or
So
the
a-
next day.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Rub it
absolutely.
in, Natalie. Rub it in. That is awesome, though, that I can imagine like being there. It's like you're not in that rush that and we've gotten to a point, I think, in our vacationing there that we're not necessarily in a rush every time. But you're right. Like, okay, if I don't feel like doing that today, like we're tired, like let's go home. We can come back tomorrow.
Well, I think with that misnomer to this is that maybe you lose some of the excitement. So how is that registered in your family? The excitement level of, hey, we get to go to Disney World today. Is it higher now? Do you think they take it for granted, or do you take it for granted? Tell us a little bit about the excitement level.
It is the same exact excitement as when we did not live here.
Love it.
Every day that you wake up and you're like, oh my God, like, when you're like, I just can't sleep because tomorrow I'm going to Disney. It's still like that.
That's awesome.
That is awesome.
And does that go across the whole family?
Yes.
Even Justin.
Which yeah. He may not show it very often, but he is definitely like, we're going to ride with Cousin Rion today. And I'm like, oh yeah, we are.
I always get a kick out of watching some of your TikToks because it's sometimes he's like the reluctant husband being drug around, but other times you can see he really has a lot of fun. And so knowing Justin the way we do, I know he's having a good time with the family as long as y'all are together.
Oh yeah, did no emotion, Justin.
Yeah. Just kind of an overview as far as like, what about the budget pressure? I know one of the big things, like when you don't get to go all the time, you want to make sure that you fit in as many things as possible. You're worried about spending your money in smart ways and making sure that you're aligning your budget along with the way that you're going to do your trip. So what about a budget pressure? Do you feel like that's higher now or lower now?
Honestly, I feel like it's what you make it. You know what you want to spend, you know what you can spend. I feel like I did spend more money when it was vacation because now I can just stop by Chick-fil-A on my way and I don't have to eat in the parks or buy merch because I do have access to the character warehouse. So I'm very conscientious with that anyway.
Tell us a little bit about the Disney character warehouse now that you mentioned that.
Ooh, my favorite topic, JB.
Let's go.
His too, Natalie.
So they actually have like the warehouse stores here where like old merch from the actual parks go for like discounted prices. So like right now, all the Christmas merch that they just had is now marked down in the warehouse for, a quarter of the price.
Right. I think I've highlighted before, like you may walk in and may not find a single thing and think this is the dumbest thing ever. And you may walk in and it's absolute Disney heaven.
So tonight was heaven, by the way. Usually I do not buy anything. And tonight I bought 16 packs of pins.
Oh my gracious. Yeah, we're going to get into that, but your
jersey.
family's big into pins. I can't wait to talk about that.
Yes.
All right. How about this next one? Spontaneity. I know we already talked a little bit about the planning stress of it, but like, do you feel like just the whimsical, hey, let's go do this at the drop of a hat? Do you feel like that's more or less now that you live there?
I want to say more because I have access to whereas when we did it, I didn't really have access where I can say, oh, it's 8:00 at night. I kind of want to go watch the fireworks. So let's just go. Or like the park is really, really slow today and the kids get home at 4:00. It's like I can still make it home for dinner. Like every Wednesday night, the kids get off school early. And every Wednesday night when Justin's at work, we go to the parks.
That's awesome.
It's
So
a mom and kids night.
That's all. I love that. So I have a nosy Chrissy question. How far do you live from the parks?
I am 20 minutes from the park.
Oh my God.
Love it, not
No.
covet.
Love it, not covet. Love it, not covet. That's
Come
right.
Stay with me whenever you
That
want.
is so
I love
awesome.
having company. We're 20 minutes from our front door to any of the parking lots.
That's incredible.
That's just the wildest thing ever.
From Sam, when y'all were talking about in one of the podcasts, y'all were talking about like Disney transportation rather than like driving and parking in Magic Kingdom. And the Magic Kingdom is my least favorite because of the parking.
Yeah. Well, you did a TikTok on that video that kind of timed it out, and it wasn't as bad as we thought it was going to be.
It wasn't for me either. I thought it was going to be like 45 minutes.
Yeah.
So hot take. I was telling, I don't remember who, somebody from this family the other day. I saw a video, I think it was on TikTok, of a guy who lives locally. And so he's trying to beat the whole parking madness at the TTC. So he did a little experiment and he parked at Epcot and rode the monorail to the Magic Kingdom. And he saved like 20 or 25 minutes just by not parking at the TTC, having to either get on the monorail or the boat, and then having to be shipped over to Magic Kingdom. I thought, well, that is just the most clever thing I've ever heard of. Like, who'd have thought of that?
We've done that before. When you're a local, you come up with some cool tricks.
Okay, Natalie. See, you should
That's
have put
your
that on
next- I might-
TikTok. I could have.
That's your next video.
Well, there's some things that we gatekeep because we don't want everybody to know
That's
it
true.
because
Good
then it
point.
wouldn't be a
Very
trick.
true. Text us
So
later.
there's
Text us
some
later.
things I'll tell you. Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
Did you hear the terminology? We, as she's
Yeah,
a local now.
She's
I
one
love
of
it.
them. She's one of them. I love it.
Well, that really leads into our next prompt here, Natalie. You mentioned the Wednesday night deal with you and the kids and your family time together. Do you feel like that's more intentional then or now when you're at Disney World together?
I feel like we've always been really intentional with our kids, but this is one thing I did want to say. When we moved and we realized we were not going to have like our family and everybody around, I told Justin, I was like, we're at the age in our lives where we're old enough to like really embrace like that these are going to be memories and our children are almost grown, Layton's almost driving. And I was like, we get one delicious year with our children in Disney World. 1 year. Like it makes me emotional just thinking about it.
Yeah.
How many people get that in their life, you know?
Oh, I'm sure. Like I can't imagine. Like Jamie wants to move to Orlando tomorrow. And honestly, like if it weren't for our grandbaby that we just had 6 months ago and our Henry and Hadley, you know, niece and nephew, and obviously our other family too, but those kiddos.
And our children.
Sorry, I just love
Shout out Carter.
and Jackson. Sorry. No, I was going to get to that too, but like if I could pick my little family unit up and move them all with me, I would not blink an eye. I would go tomorrow. I can't even imagine how hard it is to pick everything up and leave everybody really that you know behind. And obviously we have modern technology, which is wonderful, FaceTime it, but there's just nothing like that, you know, human interaction with your people that you've had for so long. Because I know y'all both lived close to your parents. But the flip side of that, especially like for y'all being there for an entire year, is that you had to kind of leave and cleave everything. Like that's got to be hard for your family, but also just like a time of like, you know what? It's us. Like we're our own little family unit. Like we've got to depend on each other. We've got to communicate well with each other. Like I'm excited to see the Carr family a year removed from this, just to see how much you learned about each other and things like that.
I want to tell you, my mom just sent me a text the other day. I haven't seen my parents since September the 1st. So that's as long as I've ever gone since I've been born. But she just said, as hard as this has been, I'm so glad y'all did this move. It's been so much fun. It's been such a fun and growing time for y'all as a family. I'm so proud of y'all. I'm not going to lie, I've cried a lot, but God is so good.
Yeah.
And just her saying that no matter how hard this has been, like I've loved watching y'all grow as a family. And like we're in a stage where, you know, Layton's autistic and he's just in that time of life where like it's just been so great that I can give him more one-on-one time without the opinions of others, and it's been good and bad. But
what I've seen, and like he just seems like, I mean, you all do, but he just seems like he's flourishing so much, like, you know, and so it's invaluable. Like, you know, you'll never get that time back. And so you've made the most of it. And I admire that. Like, it's been wonderful to watch for sure.
It's not been easy, but you know, like I told Justin, I was like, these are the times we're going to talk about the rest of our lives.
That's right. And it involves Disney, so it can't be that bad. No, just kidding.
I know.
Well, our last prompt, and I think this won't come as any surprise, but just that level of magic, Natalie, for you and your family, when you walk through the gates and you see Cinderella's castle or you see the Epcot ball or the Tree of Life, is that stronger or deeper for you now than it was before?
I do think so. I think you take it all in a little bit more and you have more time to just kind of slow down and just really like I didn't know there was stained glass on the Cinderella castle. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
You get to stop and smell the roses because you have the time to do it.
Right.
Yeah. If you want to spend an entire day and you just wanted to go walk around Cinderella's castle, you could do that.
So my thing is, we do go on the weekends when it's not busy. So every weekend we go, but I usually pick times where it's not busy. We just go for like 2 or 3 hours and do kind of what we want to do. Maybe do a challenge, which challenges also help bring us together as a family because like we're working together. We're trying to, you know, get this done. And
those are all things that are featured in your TikTok, Natalie with Neverland. And so I encourage any of our listeners to go check that out. And you can really see what we're talking about and capturing that magic, capturing that family vibe. They do such a good job of it. And just kind of wrapping up in this segment, Natalie, I just wanted to kind of set the tone with what it was like before, because you guys were such Disney fans, and what it's like now that you've lived there. I can say this with confidence. Disney hasn't disappointed. It's just evolved for you and your family. And so I love the fact that we can capture that through discussions like this and what that's meant for your family.
We are family.
All right, Natalie, sometimes TikTok and social media can make this look like a dream. Let's talk some real life. I'm going to give you a couple of assumptions about living in or near Disney, and you're going to respond to these statements with whether it's true, not true, or kind of true. The first assumption I'm going to give you is that you get to go to Disney World every single day. Is that true, not true, or kind of true?
True.
That is true for the Carr family. I
You
love
really do go every single day.
No, we go 3 to 4 times a week, but if I wanted to go
But
every
you
day, I
could go every day if you could. Yeah. If you wanted to.
Yeah.
Have y'all kept up with like a streak of how many days in a row y'all been?
I think when we first moved here, we went like 8 days in a row, and Whitney was getting so mad.
I bet.
Whitney was just like, you told me y'all only go like 2 or 3 times a week, and you've been like 8 days in a row.
No judgment. No
Get
judgment.
on your level.
That's right.
Now, if you'll excuse me.
All right, assumption number 2, Natalie. The magic fades when it's convenient for you guys.
I say not true because you always feel the magic. But I mean, it's Disney. How do you not feel the magic every single time?
Yep.
And every time you go, there's something new too.
Absolutely. Even when you live there and you get to go every day, there's always something new.
We try to do one new thing every time we go, whether it's a new food, a new ride we haven't ever done, or a show in Epcot or something like that.
All right, assumption number 3. It's less special now, which kind of goes into that with the whole magic aspect. But does it feel any less special for you? True, not true, or kind of true?
Not true. I think it's more special now.
Well, isn't that special?
Next up, it's financially easier. True, not true, or kind of true?
I want to say true, but I'm going to say kind of true because it's honestly what you and your family make of it.
So you guys, when you moved there, you bought annual passes because you knew you'd be there for the year.
Right. And within 10 visits, we had already paid for it.
I bet. Was that kind of a
That
negotiation?
was,
what I
that was
mean?
the first week.
Was that kind of a negotiation tactic with Justin? Hey, we'll move here, but we're getting annual passes for Disney World.
Well, I think he kind of knew that when he said he was going to the school. I don't know.
That's fine. I'll move for a year, but you must buy me an annual pass. So that would have been like in my little bag of tricks.
Yeah. I think it was just kind of a known.
Yeah.
Like I didn't even have to say it. Like it was just a given.
He knew.
Next up, how about true, not true, or kind of true? It's fixed all your stress of living away from home.
I'm going to say true because if it weren't for Disney, I would be an absolute basket case.
Wow.
Because if I need a hug, I can just go hug the mouse. If I need a small, I can just.
Very, very true.
I mean, I'm not lying.
Yeah.
You need to go find Baymax. He gives the best hugs in all of Disney World.
Bought Layton a Baymax shirt.
He likes Baymax.
I just bought him a shirt at the Character Warehouse of Baymax. It's cute.
That's what Jamie just named his new car.
Yeah,
It's white.
White. Yeah.
Baymax.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hello, I am Baymax, your personal healthcare companion.
All right, last assumption. How about this one, Natalie? You get tired of it. True, not true, kind of true.
I'm going to say not true for me, but my husband does get tired of it.
Does he ever just say, hey, y'all go, I'm good?
No, like if we go, he wants to go, but there's like some days he's like, I'm not sure if I'm going to go tomorrow or we should go tomorrow. And we go every time.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to go, but he doesn't
He's-
want to miss out.
Right. He would be the one, if we ever didn't go because we were tired, it would be because of him.
Telling all his
Me and the
secrets.
kids would be like, bye.
Dinner's in the fridge. See you later.
See you
What's-
later.
What's going to be interesting is when you guys do move away from Orlando and you're just sitting around on a Saturday at 2:00 and you're like looking at each other like knowing that you can't go to Disney World. What's that going to be like?
Jamie, can we even talk about the Disney Blues when you've been there for a year?
Ooh,
I can't
wow.
imagine. I know what they're like when I've
Yeah.
been there a full week. I cannot even
And you
imagine
don't
a full year.
know. Yeah, and you don't know when you're going to go back because, like, I mean, Justin's going to be starting a brand new career. The kids are going to be in high school. Like,
A lot of life changes.
so when I'm an emotional wreck in May, y'all just love on me and pat me on the back and tell me it's all right.
Hey, that's why you got the Big Mouse House. Just put on some episodes of the Big Mouse House. You feel like you're right there.
Okay, good. Keep them coming.
It's the Big Mouse Show.
All right, let's
Okay.
move on to some aspects of the heart here. That's what we're all about here at the Big Mouse House. We believe that Disney, no doubt, is about family first. So we're going to measure something that's bigger than rides, bigger than shows, bigger than food, and that is the family dynamic. Natalie, I want you to rate 1 to 10 before the move versus after. We're going to start with family communication. 1 to 10, how do you rate your family communication since the move and being at Disney World almost every day?
Well, I'd say 7.
They have to communicate that they're going to Disney today.
That's right.
Who gets to choose what park
Well,
you go to?
I always pick off wait times,
Gotcha.
and that's a whole strategy.
She can't tell us that.
Oh, that's right. Gatekeeper.
Gatekeep
I
it.
can. Actually, I want everybody to know. No, like I actually look at wait times. I have 2 tips for you. If you ever want a tip, never
Yeah.
go on Columbus Day weekend and never go on President's Day weekend because they are Christmas multiplied by 8.
Duly
Really?
noted.
Why do you think that
Never.
is?
Those are the 2 weekends of the whole year that we have not gone.
Wow.
We went the first night of Columbus, and we looked at the wait times, and I was like, we'll just go anyway. No. So
Negative.
Columbus Day weekend and President's Day weekend are the worst of the whole year that we've been here.
I would have lost a bet on that. I would have never thought that.
Well, I will say that I know President's Day typically falls around the same time as Mardi Gras.
Mm-hmm.
So all these people in
Mhm.
Louisiana that are getting off for Mardi Gras but don't do Mardi Gras things, a lot of times they'll go to
Right.
Disney World.
Yeah, I think anytime you're looking for extended weekends where you get like a Monday off or a Friday off, I think those are always going to be more of your peak times just because people view that as an extra day off. And people that want to stay away from obvious holidays like Thanksgiving and Christmas and that kind of thing, they'll look
Honestly,
at those.
those were the best.
Really?
I would go back at Thanksgiving or Christmas every year before I would choose one of those weekends.
That's incredible.
Did y'all go on Christmas Day this year?
We did.
That really is a bucket list item of mine, like a Disney bucket list item of mine. I don't know how we'll ever make it happen because I like to be home on Christmas, but
All right, how about this one, Nat? Shared traditions. Do you feel like you guys have started some new traditions in your family? Rank that 1 to 10.
I would say 8, and I would also say that it's traditions we carry on in like daily life when we're not at Disney.
Mm-hmm. For example, like your Wednesday night with the kids. That's a big deal for you guys.
Absolutely.
That's a tradition that you guys
It
have
is.
started. And that's something you could easily carry on outside of Disney World, obviously. But that's awesome because those traditions, those kids are going to hold on to that for the rest of their lives, no doubt.
I hope so.
All right, let's talk about this one a little bit. And this can be a little bit challenging because you have 2 teenagers. And sometimes
No.
when you have, it's a lot easier sometimes when you have younger kids for them to feel part of the magic. I remember the first time that we took Carter and Jack when they were teenagers. It was one of the most disappointing trips
Oh, it was
I think
terrible.
we've ever taken because it was just like they've been there, done that.
Too cold for school.
The magic was gone, and I was so bummed out. How do you feel like you've done with that as far as having those teen engagements, 1 to 10?
Oh, I want to say about a 7 because we do things to make it fun and keep it interesting for them every time we go.
Yeah. How much have they embraced the whole social media aspect? Because you're very, very active on TikTok and Instagram and those kind of things. How much have they embraced that?
Emerson absolutely loves it.
I can tell.
Layton
Yeah, I was
loves
going to
it.
say I tell.
Emerson doesn't allow him to love it because he loves it.
That's funny.
It's only
But
right.
I think
mean,
it's
come on.
also, I don't think people see this side of it for our family with like being on the spectrum. There's things that are difficult for him, like seeing all these people and being around all these people and
Mhm.
talking to cast members and being on camera. He has grown so much as a human because
Mhm.
we make him like go up and order his own food because I mean Disney's understanding with that. They're
Yeah.
great. We make him say hi to cast members when he walks by, and I mean he's waiting in line all day long in the heat. And I mean Layton had just him alone has grown so much that this is 1 year that I know is going to impact his whole life. He's also away from certain people that are always like, well, Layton can't do this because he's got this and
Wow.
he's got, so nobody's making excuses for him here. And he honestly, I just get to be his mom.
Side note, I know he's huge into pin collecting. That's another aspect that I'm sure he gets to flourish in just because it does force him to be social and to talk to people and engage with people, to have that level playing field of just Disney pins. And just, I imagine he's been able to meet so many people and cast members and people from all over the world through the power of pin trading. Talk a little bit about that.
Oh, he loves it. And another thing that Layton will very happily tell you is his birthday is May the 4th.
Oh,
my
wow.
gracious.
Yeah.
Please tell me you'll be there for that.
So my greatest flex, yes, and he's got his own custom lightsaber.
Nice.
So he's very excited to spend his birthday in Galaxy's Edge.
That is
And he is
awesome.
very pumped about that.
That has to be one
So,
of the
but
most
his-
iconic pictures and videos of when they light that up on May the 4th with all the lightsabers.
Oh, I cannot. I'm sure I'll cry.
Of course.
If you would like to be on FaceTime for that, you're more than welcome to FaceTime.
Yeah.
Come
and
on
be
with
a
it.
part of
Come on with it.
That's-
That's great.
I will say, like about Layton, you can just tell, like from when you first started. Now, Emerson, she's just that. She reminds me like Hadley. Like Hadley, just like she just who she is, and I love it. Like not ashamed, just unashamedly herself. Layton, like just watching him progress, like
Mhm.
from when you first started making those videos to like now. now, I hope you know, like, just how much other people can see that he's
Absolutely.
grown. I know sometimes when you're so close to it, maybe it may be a little bit harder to see things, but just the progression of his being involved and being on the videos and things like that is just amazing.
Yeah.
Like, it's amazing.
His
And
journey.
the confidence.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And I want to tell you what I'm most impressed with is the dadgum Rubik's Cube solving. A, that you
He
can
is
do
a
it,
whiz at
period.
that.
But B, that you can do it while you're riding rides. I'm sorry. That's just
In
too
5
much.
seconds.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Most impressive.
Last one in this format, and I know this is an obvious one. We're probably going all the way to the 10 on this, but just the new shared memories that you've made being together in Orlando for this year. Tell us a little bit about that. I know it's probably countless, but go ahead and talk about it.
Obviously, I'm going to give that a 10, as you said. But also, I want to say when we started doing the content creation, I wanted it to be like another source of income for our family while Justin was here and in school.
Mm-hmm.
However, it turned out to be kind of like a journal. It's kind of like
Yeah.
what we've done, like you said, how we've grown. I can go back and watch those for years and
Absolutely.
be like, do you remember that time we did the challenge where we did da da da? It kind of just turned into like my own journal that I share with you guys, like memories you have forever.
Tell us a little bit about, before we move on from this, tell us a little bit about how you've seen different sides of Justin since moving to Orlando and just becoming this Disney dad.
He has embraced it, that's for sure. Y'all knew us when we were teenagers. We're our kids' ages, basically.
That's right.
Can
When
I
we
say it one more
first got
time? How
married,
old we are? We're old. We're old, Jamie.
so when we first got married, he wanted to go to the UTI program that was in Texas. And I said, look, we're just starting out. You're working offshore. Things are great right now. That's just not, I don't think we should go in debt for you to go to school. So, I mean, here we are, mid-30s. We're finally chasing his dreams. He's doing what he wants to do. And I mean, the kids and I did sacrifice our family, our school, our friends. And I think we all decided as a family, we said, if anybody says they do not want to do this, we will not do it. And we all agreed. And I think Justin really, like, it changed him in that moment because he was like, they're giving up everything. Like, for me to just do this fun thing, to go to school. I mean, he can't work full time. It was a huge sacrifice.
Right.
I mean, not making that like a bad thing, but like it was a huge adjustment for everybody.
Right.
Taking Layton, an autistic child, away from everything he knows. So I want to say just that moment changed things for Justin, but just watching him grow and him going to school and him being his person and growing with us. And I feel like he treats even the kids different. Like, he's always been an amazing dad.
Right.
But like, we're savoring it. And he realizes like they gave up so much for him so that he can give them and their kids, like a better life. So it's been fun. And he loves doing, Emerson's like our more adventurous child. So like, they like Tower of Terror and they like Rock and Roller Coaster, and like I'll sit back with Layton, and it's fun watching him bond with each kid separately too.
It's almost like, in a lot of ways, this move to Disney World for you guys has been like a family reset button. And
absolutely.
I think it's beautiful. That's incredible. And that's the essence of everything we wanted to capture today. So thank you for sharing that.
There's a great, big, beautiful tomorrow.
All right, let's move on to something a little right in the heart here. If tomorrow you moved and you weren't able to go to Disney for a long, long time, rapid fire, what would you and your family miss the most?
I think I'd miss the family time with we have no friends, we have no family here. I would miss like just the four of us.
How about this one? Which park would hurt the most to lose?
I want to say Hollywood Studios because it's my favorite.
Why is Hollywood your favorite?
I don't know. I love Toy Story. So I love like the childlike and Batu. Hello. That's like the best thing ever.
Is that Layton's favorite, Galaxy's Edge?
Oh, yeah. That's why his handle is Layton and Batu.
Nice.
Have you had a Pop-Tart from Andy's Lunchbox?
No, I haven't.
Okay,
because I heard they're not good and they're dry.
You stop it right now and go get yourself a Pop-Tart.
It's on my bucket list.
You get that raspberry Pop-Tart and then you call me.
That's right. They keep the raspberry year round.
It's my favorite. Yeah. And whoever said that to you, you do not need that kind of negativity in your life.
I hereby banish you forever.
All right, Natalie, how about this one? What tradition matters the most to you? I have a feeling I know the answer to this one, but I'm going to let you answer it.
I think my Wednesday nights. So the kids get out of school like an hour and a half early every Wednesday here. Layton gets out of school at like 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Oh, wow.
So school is so different here. So different. Anyway, I'm gonna miss my Wednesday nights with just the kids because I love having my husband around, but like just me and the kids, they open up a little bit more and we go to the parks like during the week. And the parks during the week is way different than the parks on the weekend.
Right.
So I feel like we get more done and there's more characters out during the day. And I love that part.
So what moment about you living there has surprised you the most emotionally? You and I are spirit animals in that. We're very emotional people. I have no problem.
We are.
Especially even when it comes to Disney World. But what moment surprised you the most emotionally about living there?
Yeah, I would probably say the kids both coming alive. Emerson's confidence and she just marches around like
she owns that place.
She owns that place, and I'm here for it.
And then Layton just evolving, and he's becoming his own person too. And I really do think Disney helped a lot with that. Like I said, just him waving at the cast members and the interactions, and people make you feel special there. And gosh, after so much negative at school and everywhere else, like so much positivity all the time just feels good.
Yeah. Side note, this is kind of off topic, but do you feel like you've been enough to where you recognize certain cast members in certain positions and maybe they recognize you guys as coming? I know obviously there's so many people and you're not the only annual pass holders, but have you been able to form any kind of relationships with different cast members, being that you go so often?
So we have 6 cast members that we have adopted.
Really?
We go look for them every time we're in the parks. We know them by name. They know us. We have pictures with them.
Tell us about one.
Absolutely. So Layton loves Tron. Like, he loves Tron. He's got, he's done like the identity discs and the light cycle. He's had all the things made. Well, there's one thing that he wanted, and one of the cast members told me that he couldn't do it because I don't even know. We couldn't make sense of it. So another cast member, she was telling us, did you know the SD card comes out of that and it'll put his voice and the color he chose on the other things? And I was like, well, they told me we couldn't have the light cycle. So she immediately, the cast member, her name is Murphy. I'll say her name because we absolutely love her. She was like, you can do that. So we went and bought it. She gave us like a little voucher for like free ice cream.
Oh, wow.
So we went and saw her the next time just to say, hey. After that, she just became family.
That's awesome.
Just one simple thing. And then like every time I go see her and get hugs. But there's several like that we've just seen over and over. When you don't have family here, when you do see a cast member like 3 or 4 times over, you just start to bond with certain people, because you don't have family here.
Those are the things that'll never show up in a commercial. Those are the things that'll never show up. Their superiors probably never even know about, but those are the things that show up in your heart, and those are the things that show up in the memories that you guys make and have made. And those are the things that you and your family remember for a very, very long time, no doubt.
It is. And I hope they stick with us forever, too.
Yep. Little fun on this one. What ride do you feel like has become symbolic for you and your family? Something maybe you all enjoy together.
Okay, Cosmic Rewind, 100%.
Oh, gracious. I could not be a part of the family. I could not do it.
What is it about Cosmic?
Do you get picking the song? We have like traditions on that ride that we do every single. I'll have to tell you, it's fun.
You said pick the song. What does that mean?
So like, when right before it goes backwards and when you're on the ride, right before it goes backwards and it gets kind of quiet for like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
We all yell out what title song, like what song we think it's going to be every time.
Cute. I love that.
So it's fun, like to see who got it. And then another tradition on that one is when we're walking down, there's like a mirror right before you walk out. We always go and like take a video, and the kids are fixing their hair. We love it.
Awesome.
Chrissy with the puke bag.
It's wild.
It is wild.
Sam's not with us tonight, but tell us your song of choice.
Mine is Everybody Wants to Rule the World.
There you go.
What is his?
That one, hands down. That was one of his big memories with Henry.
Best.
They rode it like 6 times their last trip. They were like the last ride of the night, and they got that song. They were so excited. He has a great little story about that, so I get it.
It's electric.
Yep.
Have y'all ridden it in the 9th row?
I have.
Listen, Natalie, Chrissy rode that ride. My spirit and my soul left my body. Probably the first 30 seconds, I tucked in, I sucked in my stomach, and I just prayed to the Lord above and reminded myself that nothing at Disney lasts long. But let me tell you what lasts long. Guardians of the Galaxy. You get your money's worth on that thing, okay? I thought I had...
You do.
I swear I died 3 times. I don't know what it was. I'm not a big thrill rider anyway, but that thing, it rattled my brain and my soul. And I just swore if the Lord would get me off of it, I would never get back on it again. And I'm going to keep up my end of that bargain. So
if you missed that episode, the Big Mouse made use of both trash cans as soon as you exit off that ride on 2 different occasions. So
I am Groot.
we're going to keep this next one. This is kind of a lightning round. Natalie, you're locals now. You're no longer tourists. Let's see how deep it's gotten. What is your favorite random weekday park?
Slow Studios.
she likes
What
it.
is your favorite we just popped in snack?
I'm a popcorn girl.
Do you have a popcorn bucket you take every time?
Yes. But also, I need to say this too. One of my other favorite pop-in snacks is the waffle ice cream sandwich in the Japan Pavilion.
Yes, I've been
It's like
seeing that a lot.
$4.
I have not. I have
$4.
not had that.
Yeah, we're going to find that.
Yeah, we
We're
get it
gonna
every
have
time.
to find that because I like waffles and I like ice cream.
Ice cream.
What do you feel is the most underrated park for the locals?
Probably Animal Kingdom.
Yeah, that one gets a lot of, I don't want to use the word hate,
Well
but
deserved right now, though. Let's be honest.
yeah, it's lacking in a lot of areas.
Right now.
Did you guys
It's the
get
one
to,
that we go to the least.
did you guys get to ride Dinosaur before it got out of there?
We did. I kept my head in Justin's shoulder the whole time.
That's funny.
Squeezing with my eyes closed.
On a random week, what's the best time of the day to go?
I want to say typically from like 2 to 6.
After the newness is worn off and, and the crazies aren't there from after work. That makes sense.
And it's not very hot. Yeah.
Yeah. What is the hardest thing about being an annual pass holder?
Ain't nothing hard about it. It's great.
The hardest thing? Oh, probably the judgment. People are like, how does she afford to go all the time? I have a pass, lady. I go for free. Okay?
That's right. You said, like you said, after the first 10 days, you already had that paid for.
Yeah. I mean, Jamie and I've looked at getting
Right.
annual passes several times just because we've gone 3 or 4, 3 times during the year. And like, it would pay for itself if we did that.
It's
But
worth it.
yeah.
I may not have groceries this week, but I do have 4 Spirit jerseys and a popcorn bucket shaped like a Skyliner. Priorities.
All right, last one. Tell us one thing that tourists just don't understand about being in Disney World all the time.
Okay. So I'm about to get long-winded.
Go
All right,
for
Go
it.
for it.
One thing about being in Disney all the time is I feel like we don't get or don't deserve to enjoy the magic. I feel like you're in your passes, you can come whenever you want. So like I don't get to enjoy it. Sometimes Emerson's like, can I ask to be on the first row? And I'm like, no, because somebody may have never been this before.
Mm.
Like we need to be in the back or stuff like that. So it feels like I shouldn't let the kids like do special certain things because like other kids maybe haven't gotten to do that yet.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's just a me thing or
I don't know that I would do that. I mean, maybe I would. I understand completely what you're saying, but you deserve magic too, Natalie.
but sometimes I'm just like if it's like a parade or something, I might just let the little kids get in front of
Yeah.
you because
I get that.
like but we don't do the parades very often. So like my kids also don't get to experience that very much. So sometimes I do feel like I'm taking away things from the kids because they are annual pass holders, if that makes sense.
Yeah, for sure. Never thought about that, but that's true. But I wouldn't fault you either way, by the way.
All right, let's move on to what I'm going to call the Big Mouse House Family Challenge. I'm going to give you a couple questions, Natalie, and you're going to tell me which member of your family qualifies as the champion of each of these questions. Number 1, who in your family is the rope dropper? First one up, ready to roll.
Emerson.
I'm not surprised.
I'm not either. And I bet she's done from head to toe when she gets up.
How many ears?
Oh, we pick out those outfits, stays
Mhm,
ahead.
mhm.
How many ears does Emerson own?
Oh, we share. So
Okay.
that's not really fair. Like we don't buy 2 of everything. We just buy 1 pair.
Right.
Okay, Natalie, how
And
many
we
ears
should,
do the
like, share.
family own?
Probably about 60.
I was
But
gonna
they're
say
not
more or
all,
less than
like,
50.
Disney brand.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
Well, especially if you're getting them from the character warehouse, you get them for
They're
like
literally
$2. You know what I'm
They're paying
saying?
you to take them
That's
from
right,
them,
that's
so
right.
can't hurt that.
Mrs. Mouse is not an ear fan. She doesn't like the.
It gives me a headache when it's behind my ears, so
It
I
gives me a
can't.
headache too.
Oh, but you power through. See, I just don't. I don't power through. Maybe
Girl,
I should.
I have a carabiner. If you look in half my videos, I'm not wearing ears.
Yeah, I can't do it.
All right, on the opposite end of that, Natalie, who's the slow stroller? I already know the answer to this one too.
I want to hear who you think.
Justin.
Absolutely.
In all your videos, he's always the last one, like sauntering up.
That just embodies
My
who
poor
he
guy.
is, though. Well, I love that he's.
But he's there.
That's right. And as long as I've known him, just that laid back. What
I
gets a
got that
rise
from
out
Robbie.
of him? I know, and I'm like, oh, I need just a little bit of that. Everybody could use some Justin in their life.
That's
for sure.
right.
But sometimes it's annoying, and you're like, I want to be able to slow down.
Yeah.
Like I want, but I'm keeping up with the kids.
Yeah.
That's great.
Somebody's got to be responsible in the house.
So we met some content creator friends in Epcot the other day, and later on she wrote and said that she thought her and her husband were a little too much for Justin because he was very quiet. And I'm like, oh, you just don't know him. Like that's just Justin. I promise he's having a good time. He just doesn't look like it.
That's
He
right.
just doesn't look like.
But like y'all know him, so like
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. That's just how he is.
I don't want to use Eeyore as
No.
it's not like that, but I'm trying to think of a Disney character that I feel like would capture Justin's vibe.
So mellow. Like,
But don't you know? I know who it is.
All right, tell us.
It's Grumpy the second.
Oh, poor Justin.
I wouldn't have thought grumpy.
He's
I
just
don't
a
think of him
cute
as a grumpy.
little sad guy.
He's so sad. He's cute.
He just always looks like he's sad. And I told him the other day, I was like, you kind of look like you're always miserable a little bit, but you're not.
What's the big guy that always interrupts in the Muppets before it closed down? The Muppets 3. What was his name? Sweetums?
You know that I have never seen that.
Oh, and you never will
You
now.
never will.
That's right.
I know. And I didn't even know it was closing when it closed. Or I was like going the day
no.
before.
All right, next up in the family challenge, who cries at the fireworks?
Probably me, but I don't really cry.
Does it get more or less special every time you see it? Do you stop and watch it each time that you're there?
Can I be honest for a second?
Of course.
When we watch the fireworks, we have a secret spot, and I'm going to tell you what it is because it's the best spot to watch them. It's right behind the teacups. So I don't
Really?
really get to watch the show very much, but I feel like if I got to watch the show with the fireworks, it would be more emotional.
Gotcha.
So you see the fireworks.
There's
You don't
nobody
necessarily
back
see
there.
the projections on the castle.
Right.
Yeah.
There's nobody back there. So it's just like the four of us, and we're just looking up, watching the fireworks go over
I love it.
Seven Dwarfs monitoring it.
Smacking on some popcorn.
That's
I love
right.
it.
Since we're spitting
Right.
truth tonight, I can just tell you, I can count on one hand and maybe even just two fingers how many times we've actually stopped to watch the fireworks because
Yeah.
Jackson has always had a lot of sensory issues. And so when he was a lot younger, when we first started going, when them fireworks started, boy, he was running. Like it was just,
Like it was the same.
yeah, painful for him. And what we did is we would just, I think the first time we went, we were just like, you know what, let's just go ride. Let's go see if we can just ride some rides. Because, we're not local. So we were trying to make the most of our time there. And so we went and rode rides and it kind of, we would go to the Pirates or something where it was,
Splash Mountain was a big one too.
yeah, like you could hear them, but you weren't so close and it didn't look like it was going to fall on you, So we just, and ever since, like we just don't stop and watch the fireworks. I don't think we've ever seen the fireworks at Epcot.
I don't think
We
have
really
either.
haven't either.
Yeah.
See, we're a lot like Sam. Like from listening to the podcast, I can tell that it doesn't care about sitting down and eating. He doesn't care.
No, he does
That's what we
not.
are.
He
Like
does not.
we literally could care less. Like we don't care about the shows very much. Like we just want to ride and like make the most of the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That kind of leads into the next one. Who's going to pick the rides? Who's going to plan out the day? It's probably you, I would think, but let's declare that.
I kind of want to say all of us evenly because we kind of, I don't know, we kind of have like,
Well, I would want to
we
know
kind of have
like
like a process.
yeah, like how does a Wednesday look for you? Like since that's your kind of mom and kids day and you do pick the park based on the wait times. When the kids get home, like do you announce like this is the park we're going to and then everybody gets to pick a ride or how does that even work?
Sometimes we spin a wheel. Like if both parks are kind of slow, we'll spin a wheel, and then they love doing that because
Yeah.
then it's like not one person picked, and nobody's mad because the other person chose what they didn't want.
It's all up to
So
chance.
right, sometimes we do a wheel. The two parks we mainly do on a Wednesday are going to be Magic Kingdom or Hollywood Studios,
Mhm.
and that's because Animal Kingdom closes at 6,
Right.
and Magic Kingdom takes an hour to get to, and then an hour to leave.
Right.
I mean, not statistically, but almost.
Feels
Yeah.
like it.
So that takes a chunk. I mean, I'm not going to travel just to get to the park for most of our time that we have. So it's usually between the two, between Epcot and Hollywood Studios.
Mm-hmm.
I look at two main rides. I'm going to look at Guardians of the Galaxy and I'm going to look at Slinky Dog or Rise of the Resistance.
Yeah.
And whatever's like slower. If it's under 60 minutes, it's a slow night.
Right.
If it's over that, it's busy and we ain't doing it.
Right.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
So like when we get to Hollywood Studios, when we get in, we're like, okay, they want to start with a ride. So it's probably either going to be Slinky Dog or Rise of Resistance. Whatever they pick kind of leads for the whole night. We kind of have a process in how we do things. It's very strategic.
A bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for them.
What quick serve are you going to miss the most?
Probably Casey's corn dog nuggies.
Of
Oh,
course.
Carter's going to love that answer.
Carter!
Carter.
I love when y'all say that.
Carter loves some of the corn dog nug.
That's not something you can get everywhere
That's
else
true.
either, you know.
That's a good point. Very good point.
And even if you can, does it taste like the ones
Nope.
at Casey's Corner?
Nope,
No,
nope,
they
nope.
do not.
No.
It's just
I
a
get the ones
special
from
taste.
Walmart. It's not.
Nope.
It's not the same.
Nope.
Let's wrap up the family challenge this way, Natalie. We already declared Justin as grumpy.
Or
Let's give some
Justin.
let's give some Disney characters to the rest of the family. Who are you identifying Layton with?
Oh, ooh, that's a good one. I want to say Yoda because he's like wise,
Okay.
but he's still like a little bit goofy.
A little quirky. You just sounded like Yoda when you
Yeah.
said that too. You said, okay. You sound
My
like
little
Yoda.
quirky baby.
Mhm, I like that.
What about Emerson? I have one in mind.
She is 100. Who do you have?
I have Joy in mind.
Oh, that's a good one.
That is a good one.
That is a good one. I was gonna say Rapunzel because she's just very like
Okay.
ditzy and just not in a bad way, but
Yeah.
she's just got that fun personality, like a little bubble, and you just can't help but like, okay,
Yeah.
let's do it.
Sassy fun. Sassy fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what about yourself? What do you think? Surely Justin has called you something.
That's a tough one because Emerson Lorde, you know, she loves Rapunzel and Pascal. And she goes, you can dress up as Mother Gothel. And I'm like, you do realize that that's not really her mom,
No.
right? Like, she's the villain.
That's
like,
right.
she stole her.
Oh, that's funny.
I don't know. It would be fun to see what they said that they thought I would be.
That would be fun.
You have to get back to us on that one.
Yeah.
Actually, I do know. It
All
would
right.
be the fairy godmother.
Okay.
It would be the fairy
That's
godmother.
a good one.
That is
sure.
a good one.
That's right. Walking around waving your wand, making everybody's wishes come true.
Like it.
I like to make people feel good.
There you go.
Yeah.
Can I ask a
Oh,
question?
man.
Of course.
I wrote some questions
Absolutely.
down. So, one of my questions was, what is the one most surprising thing you've learned about Disney while living there? Like maybe Jamie and I would never know just because we're not there all the time, or maybe you had a misconception about something that, you know, once you got there and you're in the park so much that maybe something's not the way you thought it was.
We have learned some cool things that like I've never had like confirmed or anything, but I have two off the top of my mind that you probably have never noticed. Before a ride starts, like you're getting on the vehicle, you're like you've risen your handlebars or whatever. There's a light system, either like on the wall or in the sky, and it shows you like everybody's strapped and they like approved it and it turns a color. And then when it's ready to go, the lights turn on every single ride. And that's something that you don't notice, I don't think, unless you've ridden it like
Oh, I've never
20 times and you're like,
No, I've never seen that.
The only one that comes to my mind is Soarin',
Now, I will say I've seen that on Soarin'.
but I didn't know that it was on every
I
ride
didn't
like
either.
that. That's
I didn't
awesome.
either.
yeah, like Guardians are on the wall, Slinky Dogs are in the ceiling. Like it's really
start looking.
neat though, like once you know it.
Yeah.
So another thing that I've noticed that you have probably never noticed, and this has not been confirmed, but when a ride is down, it does not necessarily mean it's down. It could mean that the wait times are extremely high and they're trying to get the line down before it keeps growing. Because
Interesting.
like we've noticed like if it's like 120 minutes and all of a sudden then it's down for like an hour. It's not necessarily that like something's wrong with maintenance. It may be that they're trying to get that line down because it's just growing and growing and growing.
That's very interesting. And I could see where that would be
I
the
know.
case for sure.
People are writing in the groups and they're like, why is this down all the time? And I'm like, that line is 300 minutes while it goes. So
Yeah.
baby, you want it down.
That's right.
Very
That's right.
interesting.
How observant.
So another question I had was, with your social media presence being so big right now, because you're in the park so much, what are you going to do about that when you move?
I don't know if y'all noticed, I kind of started posting some videos on like, hey, this is down for refurbishment. So if you're planning your trip between here and there, I also just completed a few weeks ago my travel agency.
Oh,
So I
good.
may try to incorporate that a little bit.
There you go.
But honestly, if nothing comes of it after this, like, that's okay.
Yeah,
You
like,
know,
well,
I
like you
still have
said
made
earlier,
incredible friends.
that's right. And for you, I mean, you have all that documented forever, and so that's invaluable for sure.
And you can
Right.
always be a correspondent for the Big Mouse House.
You could.
Oh, I would love that.
On-field reporter.
Love it. Love it.
Well, my other one was there have been a few times where Jamie and I, like, we know we're going to Disney World at least 3 times this year. It would be better for us to get the annual pass and have to buy those 4, tickets 4 times. But I always am very reluctant. We've never actually like pulled the trigger and done that because I know there are some differences between like annual passes and just like us going in and buying a 7-day ticket because we're going to be there 7 days. What annual pass do you have and what are the like pros and cons of that?
Okay, I like this topic because this is something that I very heavily researched.
Okay.
One thing that I knew for our family is when the kids were out of school, I was going to be at Disney. So I knew that, like, when the kids had a school break and I was off work, we wanted to be here. So I chose mainly based off, I didn't want blackout dates. So we did go with a sorcerer, but we also have the water park and sports package too.
Oh,
So
nice.
I just found out last week, Disney has, the 2 different mini golf. You can do that for free any day before 4 o'clock, anytime before 4 o'clock.
That's
so
cool. I think
like
I
we
saw
just
didn't y'all
found
go?
that
She
out.
posted that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
we did. And it was fun and we loved it. And now they ask all the time, like, can we go play mini golf? And I'm like, absolutely, you can. We did water parks very heavily during the summer, which I don't know if that's important to y'all, but when you have your annual pass, it does feel like you're more intentional with your time. Like when you have tickets and you have to pay for each day ticket, you want to make the most of that day, right? Like you want to be there sun up to sundown. I'm going down with that park.
Right.
But when you have annual passes, you do realize that there's other things that maybe you do want to go to a water park and just hang out and sit by the pool, or maybe you do want to go play mini putt. I like that aspect because it's not just the 4 parks, or maybe you don't feel like going all the way to Magic Kingdom and
fighting all the
or
crowds.
if it's hot, right? And if it's hot and you don't want to go and you would rather go to the water park or Madison slot, like I like that.
Yeah. And I think we still live in the mindset, obviously, because we don't live there. We're going in December, very close to Christmas. We won't be there on Christmas Day, but I think we're leaving on like the 22nd because I am turning 50 this year. And so is the Big Mouse.
Ooh.
Yeah. So we're going on this big family trip. I think there's 12 or 13 of us. It's so funny because we're having these conversations literally on a daily basis. Like, okay, when we get there, we're going to do, we want to do the Very Merry Christmas party. So the day of the Very Merry Christmas party, we're not going to do anything. We're just going to kind of rest. And so we're all ready to go that night. We can stay the whole time. And then we look at each other like, who are we kidding? Like, that's not what we're going to do. We're going to only be there for 7 days, and we're going to go and we're going to make the most of it. We talk big like we're going to rest, but we're not. We're going to try to get in everything that we can. And I would imagine, like with the annual pass and being there every day, you do feel like you can, what, if I'm tired today, let me stay home this morning and we'll go tonight. I don't know who we're kidding sitting around talking about resting because that's just not
happening.
It's just not happening. So.
No, because we're the same way. We're like, we're going to road drive and we're going to stay in the park places because, you spend so much, you don't want to miss a single second.
Right.
Because there's so much to do.
Yeah.
Like also living here, like my best friend, they had the special for Veterans Day where they sold the like $500 military tickets.
Right.
So my best friend and her spouse, he's in the military. So they got those. But since we had a house here, like she can plan to come. They have the pass. And they come stay with us, and then they have access. Like if you know somebody here too, and you have an annual pass, and you're comfortable staying in their home, like that also makes it very, very worth it.
Yeah, for sure.
I bet.
I think my big concern this year was the blackout dates because we were going so close to Christmas, like with the family. I wanted to make sure that we weren't having to dance around blackout dates or. Do you still have to make reservations as an annual pass holder?
I do and I don't. It depends. So in the weekends, we do make reservations, and we have 5 on our pass a year. So like right now, I have 2 reservations for the future. But when we go on Saturday, we have to have reservations. So like when we're on the way to the park, I just pop in a reservation really quick to where we're going. But no, not every time we go, you don't have to have one.
Yeah, and there's never been a time where you couldn't get a reservation when you wanted one.
No, and I I do have where we don't have a blackout. So like I can go every day,
I gotcha.
literally. Which was nice because when all the other content creators were like blacked out, like I could still go.
Still go,
You
right?
got special access.
Yeah, I was in the little hand thing under my chin, like, hi,
Awesome, sister. Well, we so much appreciate this time with you. And again, we're so proud of you and your family. And we wish you all the best. We're praying for you guys. Whatever you need, you know, we're always here for you.
To all who come to this happy place, welcome. Disneyland is your land. Here age relives fond memories of the past.
As we wrap up this episode, I just want to thank Natalie for her time and her willingness to come on and share her story. Natalie, what we love about your story isn't that you just moved to Orlando, it's that you moved towards something together. A lot of families grow apart in busy seasons. Yours instead chose a shared experience. You chose a shared tradition, and in that, you shared an adventure. Disney didn't make your family closer, but it gave you space to be closer. And that's what we believe in here. At the Big Mouse House, we don't just love Disney, we love what it does for families. And if you're listening today and Disney has brought your family closer, whether that's to a once-a-year trip, a once-a-month trip, or just movie nights on the couch, we want to hear that story. Email us your family bonds through Disney at tbmh25@gmail.com. We genuinely love reading those stories. Make sure you're following and subscribing to the Big Mouse House wherever you listen so you never miss an episode. Share this one with someone who loves Disney or someone who needs a reminder that the fun of Disney is better when it's shared. And don't forget to check out our social media. Just search the Big Mouse House and join the conversation, because at the end of the day, it's not about the proximity to the parks. It's about the proximity to each other. Until next time, we'll see you real soon. And remember, there's always room for one more in the Big Mouse House.